All right, why in the world am I surrounded by Rotopacks? If you don't know what Rotopacks are, this is water behind me. I've got an emergency kit here with my radios, another water, and then I have a 4-gallon gas tank. You never want to store gas inside the vehicle. It's always great to put it inside your tank, but not inside the vehicle. So what GP Factor has done is made this 3/16 gauge steel, and you can see it's got a nice GP Factor on the side. But these are your Rotopack mounts right here, and this is also compatible with the MaxTrax. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount this on the outside. That way we can store our gas on the outside as well, where it's safe. And they also have provided this really nice antenna mount too. So if you're running a CB, you've got an antenna mount all included in one piece. Yeah, it's one big piece, and it will also come with all the hardware you'll need as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to set this up and show you what it looks like. Okay, just to show you real quickly what this is going to look like when we're done mounting it. It's going to go right here. It's going to line up with those holes again from your HT tire carrier, and then you can mount your Rotopack. But before you do that, there's actually one bolt that's already installed on here. You need to remove that with a 13mm, and that is just right here, and that is because it comes with an aluminum spacer, and that's going to come out here, and then it's just got 3 simple bolts. You can either use a 19mm or you can do a 3/4 inch socket to put those on. But we're going to take this out here, which is just this little one. I've already got it kind of started. We're going to take that out, and this is going to have, you know, just your typical half threaded right here on the top. You're going to slide that in and put your spacer on, put the 3 bolts, and then we'll be able to mount our Rotopack here on the back. Okay, what I'm doing is I went ahead and just put 1 bolt and 1 washer on the outside just to hold it, since I'm only going to do this all freehand. You can see it's now holding by itself. I'm going to put a washer on the outside, and then these 2, which is the aluminum spacer, and this is going to go on the back. So feed this through first. Put your aluminum spacer on the back, and then just put that washer on there. Again, this is a 19 or 3/4 inch socket. And then I'm using a 13 inch on this one. Just kind of get them started. And that way you can line up the other 2. Making sure again to always have that washer on the outside. And there is, the way they've cut this is so it's available to a little bit of adjustment if you need to. You don't want to cross thread these, you don't want to make them too tight, don't fight it. Make sure you can do hand tighten first. Then just take your wrench and tighten them up. So this is what it looks like fully installed. We're going to show you now how to install just the side of the Rotopack. Again, this is going to be the 4-gallon gas that we're going to be putting on. Rotopack is actually these mounts. They're also aluminum with threads. There's a threaded side on the outside and then a pass-through on the other. So what you're going to do is on this plate, there's 2 here in the center. That's where that's going to go. You're going to put 2 bolts here, and then you'll be able to mount your Rotopack. So we're going to do that now. It's nice and tight now. All you do now, take your 4-gallon, just line it up right here, just like that. And then Rotopack also comes with either a locking version or the one without a lock. This one's got the lock. All you do is just put it right in here, get it started, and then you line it up and hold this back piece, and then as you turn it in, this will start to lock in. And if you are doing this and you're out on your own, you don't really need it locked. It'll save you a lot of time, but if you're like staying over a couple of different places for your overlanding trips, you probably want to get a lock for these. So there you go. You got your 4 gallons on the outside of your vehicle, which is the safest place it can be, also on the back. And you can see that there's not much of it sticking out past the tire. This is the bracket right here. So if you hit anything, you're going to hit this first and then your Rotopack. But it's nice and solid. You can get this even tighter if you want. And then there's also a CB mount here on the back too for an antenna. And we're going to put that on next. Now we're going to go ahead and install the CB antenna. It's going to mount right here on the exact same post they've got made for us. So all you got to do on that is very simple. This is probably the simplest install of all of them. Again, it's just got a post for you. Take your wrench, make sure it's nice and tight. And all you're gonna do is now we have an antenna mount. So there's the antenna mount. We'll get all our tools out of the way. Again, if we're trying to take this off real quick, if we need to fill it up, you just leave it all in there, slide it in, hold that. Make it nice and tight. If you have a lock, put the lock back in. And now you have an antenna mount, and you've got a nice solid Rotopack mount as well. This again is from GP Factor at gp-factor.com. Thanks again for watching Jeeps Rock, and we'll see you out on the trail.